Hello student, I am Latif sir. Today I will discuss about Icse class 8 chemistry. The topic is physical and chemical changes. We know that changes occur around us all the time. For example, milk turns sour, seed germinates, the weather changes, food repent, all this type of changes always occurring around us all the time. So changes can be of different types. Sometimes desirable, undesirable changes. Some changes are slow and some changes are fast. That's why slow and fast changes. Some changes are temporary changes, and some changes are permanent changes. That's why temporary and permanent changes. Reversible changes and irreversible changes, and finally, physical changes and chemical changes. In this chapter, in this topic, I will discuss only about physical and chemical changes. All these changes involve one or more substances. Each substance has a unique composition. Now let's see what is a physical change. In one word, you can say physical change means change in physical properties. And what are these physical properties of a substance? Physical properties of a substance are those characteristics of a substance that describe its physical nature. Physical properties of a substance are those characteristics of a substance that describe its physical nature. For example, gold is shining. So this is a physical property of gold. Metal is sonorous. So this is a physical properties of metal. Rubber bands. This is a physical property of rubber. The ceramic pot is hard. This is also a physical property of ceramic pot. Acid smells are sour. So all these are physical properties. So physical properties are those like for example, you can those properties which you can identify by seeing, by hearing, by feeling, by touching, by taking smell or measuring. So see, these are physical properties of substances. Now physical change is a change which occur when there is an alteration in the physical properties of a substance. Physical change is a change which occur when there is an alteration in the physical properties of a substance. When a substance undergoes a physical change, it does not give rise to a different kind of substance. You have to remember this point. When a substance undergoes a physical change, it does not give rise to a different kind of substance, or there is no new substance is formed. A physical change is a reversible change, mostly reversible change. For example of physical change: heating of water, melting of butter, cutting of paper, etc. These are the example of physical changes. Physical change does not result in the formation of any new substance, but can alter the shape and size of the existing substance. Now, chemical change. The chemical property of a substance are those characteristics of the substance that describe its chemical nature. First, chemical properties. You have to read what are chemical properties. The chemical property of a substance are those characteristics of a substance that describe the chemical nature. For example, toxicity of a substance, or how the substance react with other substance, is its chemical property. You can see here the example of chemical properties of substance. Toxicity, oxidation state, heat of combustion, chemical stability, flammability, coercion number, reactivity, possible chemical bond, enthalpy of formation. These are chemical properties. Now, a chemical change or chemical change means chemical reaction. A chemical change or chemical reaction is any change in the chemical properties of a substance. Like physical change means change in physical properties. Similarly, chemical change means change in chemical properties of a substance. Whenever a substance undergoes a chemical change, a new substance is formed. While you have to remember, while in case of physical change, there is no formation of new substance. But in case of chemical change, a new substance is formed. Always. Second point, a chemical change occur when two or more chemical substances react. When two or more chemical substances react to form new product that have an entirely different set of properties. A chemical change is mostly irreversible. For example, cooking food, ripening of fruit, lightening a matchstick, aging of leaf, and digestion of food. These are chemical change. Okay. Yeah, you have to remember that in chemical change, the product or new substance formed have an entirely different set of properties in comparison to the reactants or reacting substances. So here chemical change, rusting of iron, burning of wood, metabolism, cooking an egg. These all are chemical change. See, just read one example of chemical changes. Rusting of iron occur when iron gets in contact with moisture and oxygen. Second, when a magnesium ribbon is burned, it radiates white light and it's converted into ash. Third, formation of medicine. Fourth, extracting of iron from its ore. And the last, formation of plastic. All these are example of chemical change. Now, difference between physical change and chemical change. We have already studied this. The physical changes are mostly reversible, while chemical changes are mostly irreversible, or you can say chemical changes are generally are not reversible. Chemical changes generally are not reversible, or chemical change mostly irreversible. Second point, physical change. In physical change, there is no formation of new substances. So no new substances are formed, while in chemical change, one or more new substances are formed. Third, physical change. The substance retain its chemical properties. In physical change, no change in chemical properties, chemical composition of the substance undergoing in physical change. While in chemical change, the new substances formed have different properties from the original substances. So next, I will discuss about chemical reaction. Okay.